What's going on, guys? My name is TeftyTeft, and welcome to another PlanetDestiny video. With all the Trials of Osiris hype going on today, I want to take a quick detour and show you all some of the other new maps, along with some of the gear. We do have full games for each of these maps, so you can see how they play, but unfortunately, you won't see any new armor or weapons in that footage. So that's why I'm going to be breaking down a lot of the HD images in this video right here. I'll go through each map and then end off with some up-close shots of Trials of Osiris armor and weapons, along with a few Prison of Elders weapons as well. Also, if you'd like to download these images for yourself, I've included links in the description. First off, we'll start with the Black Shield. This map takes place on a decommissioned firebase on Phobos, and it's believed to have been a key defensive position used by the Cabal when they established their warbase on Mars. Right off the bat, you'll notice its Cabal influences with the big and powerful looking structures. It's very recognizable as a Cabal outpost. This first image shows each class of Guardian in their respective tower vendor gear. It appears to be all from the Crucible Quartermaster, except for the Hunter's helmet, which you can just barely tell is the new exotic called Exotac Angel Hunter. I'm personally excited about that exotic. This next shot of Black Shield shows much of the same, but now we can see a better look at the new Hunter exotic helm. What's interesting here is that the helmet is actually glowing around the eyes. I haven't seen this anywhere else, so I'm not sure if this just happens randomly or if there's a specific purpose surrounding it. In the next photo, we can clearly see two exotics. First off, you've got the Lord of Wolves shotgun, wielded by the Warlock, and you can see a much better view of the exotic Hunter helmet too. Also notice what's on the Hunter's back. It appears to be a Prison of Elders weapon, maybe a scout rifle or a sniper of some sort. Moving on to the next map, Timekeeper, which is set within a mysterious, clockwork-like structure on Mars built by, of course, the Vex. If you're a PlayStation user, you'll have access to this map when House of Wolves is released. Xbox users will have to wait until later this year to get access to it. First, we've got a Titan and Warlock battling it out. The Titan appears to have a shader on and is wearing the Trials of Osiris mark and using a sexy dead orbit auto rifle. The Warlock appears to have the same shader and has the trusty Lord of Wolves on his back. In this next image, you can see the same Warlock with a much better view of the Lord of Wolves. Now this screenshot is really where things get interesting. Obviously, it's a little hectic in the scene, but one thing should stand out: the Ram exotic helmet. Thankfully, we get a better look at this helmet in a few minutes. This next shot shows off the same Warlock and Titan that we saw earlier, but this time from a different angle. Check out the Titan's dead orbit armor. Does that look cool or what? In the last Timekeeper screenshot, we can see the Ram exotic in much more detail. And you'll also notice that he's wearing a sleek looking Future War Cult chest and has the Queen's Guard weapon equipped as well. Now I did speculate about this in a previous video, but this weapon may be a quest or mission reward, similar to how Murmur was rewarded in the Dark Below. I'm really curious to get my hands on it and see how it handles. And thankfully, we'll get a closer look at this gun towards the end of this video. Next up is Thieves Den. This map was once a fallen hideout located on Venus. It's got a lot of drops and angles that offer alternate routes, but you risk taking some fall damage when you do so. This image is probably one of my favorites. Not only can you see the Lord of Wolves, but we can also see the Prison of Elders Hunter helmet, as well as what looks like a Prison of Elders pistol. Unlike the secondary shock pistol, which we'll see later on, this one is a primary and may just function in a similar way to a normal hand cannon. Now in this image, we can see a Titan that's decked out in legendary tower gear, the same Hunter as we just saw, and also an awesome looking Warlock with a new exotic helmet. It also looks like the Warlock is wearing the Trials of Osiris gauntlets, Bond, hand cannon, and fusion rifle. I gotta say, that Ram helmet looks menacing. In this final Thieves Den screenshot, we get a first look at a rocket launcher from Prison of Elders with a Prison of Elders cape. Also check out this Titan. He's wearing a different set of tower armor that we saw previously. Finally, bring your attention to the Hunter. He's got the shock pistol equipped, though I'm not actually sure what the weapon will be called. We'll also see this weapon up close in a few minutes. Okay, last but not least, we move to what I feel is the best looking map, Widow's Court. This is an asymmetrical map with long sightlines and tight interiors set in the European dead zone on Earth. This first beautiful image shows off the new exotic Hunter helmet quite clearly. Next, a Warlock with a sweet set of what appears to be Crucible Handler armor, along with a fresh Bond. As you can see, each of the faction vendors have better models and textures. And here we see another Titan, but you'll notice that he's got a different set of tower armor equipped than we've seen before. If you've been following the channel for a while now, you'll remember that this armor was leaked, but it definitely looks better in HD. Most importantly about this image is his gun. The texture on it is orange, and it looks very similar to the orange texture that we saw teased on the Fang of Iriut. Now, gun skins aren't 100% confirmed, but if there's not gun skins, I really don't know what else this could be. It doesn't match any of the vendors, so it's very odd to see this unless, of course, there's some sort of gun skin feature coming in House of Wolves. If you missed it, I actually talked about gun skins much more in depth a few days ago, so be sure to check out that video if you're just hearing this for the first time. And that concludes the regular maps that we haven't seen, but we've still got the new Trials of Osiris gear to analyze. I'll start with what I think looks the coolest, and that's the combination right here. The Titan is wielding the shock pistol, which we've speculated to be a weapon that goes in the special slot, and he's likely wearing the shader from Petra. Overall, I think the Titan Osiris armor looks really sexy. Another Guardian that's almost blacked out. This Hunter is holding what appears to be the Queen's Wrath shotgun. You'll earn this weapon in the Prison of Elders. And here's a different look at the same Hunter that we just saw. You can see a Warlock in the distance as well as they battle for their lives. And speaking of Warlocks, I've saved two of the best screenshots for last. First image shows the Queen's Guard pistol up close, along with some amazingly detailed jewel-encrusted armor. In this last shot, we can see each class with their Trials of Osiris armor, shader-free, about to stomp on some heads. I think the Hunter is holding the Trials sniper rifle, and the Titan appears to be holding the auto rifle. I hope you guys enjoyed this first look at some of the new gear. Later today and in the coming days, you're going to see much more of these new maps in Trials of Osiris, so be on the lookout for that. And that about does it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Also, in the Nightfall, I had promised somebody that I would do an evil laugh, and I forgot. I really apologize about that. So, here goes. All right, guys, until next time. Peace.